Hey, good afternoon everybody. This is John from Volkswagen Planet, coming to you from an 83-degree day, partly cloudy sky day here in Tampa, Florida. So today's topic is going to be a little bit different, so please follow to the end of the video. Read the description below so you understand why and the main purpose of this video. The main reason of the video today is going to be how much is this car, would a car like this be for sale in your neighborhood, your area of the United States, or out of the country, wherever you're at. Just if this car was to be for sale in the internet, the Facebook marketplace, what would something like this go for? I want you guys to watch the end of the video. I'm going to tell you what this car goes for here in the Tampa Bay area, and I want to see what the car goes for in your area. I'm going to give you guys a complete, thorough walkthrough so you guys can get a good, accurate description of the price. So let's start this. And for those of you who follow the channel, you guys know this car. It's been in several of my videos, so it won't be such a shock. And you can refer to the other videos to get an accurate price. This is a 1972 Super Beetle. I bought this car about 4 years ago. It was an actual parts car back then. I paid $500 for it, and I completely had to assemble the car. And we'll go through and I'll show you what the last owner did. He bought this car for a parts car for a Porsche 356, chopped this up, and I've been putting it back together ever since. So we're going to start in the left front and walk our way all the way around and end up there. Probably shouldn't be too long of a video. I'll make it as quick as possible. So for those of you who do know about Volkswagens, the most common area for rust is in this area right here. This is really solid. This right here is just surface. Well, it's a little bit deeper than that, but it does not go through. I'm going to give you guys a thorough walkthrough or view of the fender wells so you can see, to get, again, an accurate price. The tires are, of course, shot, but this is one of the points that I want to bring up. So let's say, for instance, this car is $3,000, or another car is $3,000. Well, if you're going to need tires like this, you need to buy this car for no more than $2,500 because it's got to be apples to apples. We're going to come to the front. Again, pretty solid car. Have some rust right there. The lower apron is a little, couple little dents in it, but it has to be replaced because of the rust right here, or maybe you're talented enough to fix that. But this one does have the plates, the VIN plates, which is getting to become more rare and rare, because what happens is when these cars get hit in the front, they pop these plates and throw them away. But the inside of the trunk is pretty clean. This is another well-known area for, especially in Super Beetles, once this gets weak, it gives you that real bad death wobble and starts shaking. So real strong strut towers. When the brake fluid leaks, it has a tendency to rust out this area right here along the side of the gas tank, which this one is solid. You guys can check out my previous videos on the wiring. That was a complete disaster, but just for what we're looking at, just take it apples to apples, as if this was a car that was being for sale on the side of the street. Does have a spare tire. Pretty clean underneath. As far as the electrical, the headlights work. The turn signals come on, but they do not, the turn signals are not working, so we'll leave it at that. Coming back to the passenger side, again, we're going to look behind the wheel well. Pretty solid car. This car has shown very little bit of rust, as you can tell so far just in the videos. The car does have all new brakes. We did put new pads, new wheel cylinders. Again, need tires, so make sure you calculate that properly in your price. As far as the doors are concerned, these are really nice. Listen to how this thing's closed. Clean, nice. This is what you want to hear when you look for a bug. Nice and clean click. Because what happens is right in this area, you can tell this needs the outside, a little bit of outside work before it starts getting rotten this lower door hinge. Because what's going to happen, you're going to get a door sag. So you want to check the bug, go up and down, make sure these hinges don't move, which this is called your A pillar. They have a tendency to rust out in this area right here, but you can tell this is nice and solid. Everything looks nice and clean on the inner door jamb. Again, we're going to close the door nice and clean. The rear is the same thing. You know, gonna need tires. Make sure you calculate that properly into your overall number. Inside the fender well, again, these have a tendency to rust real bad because of the up north winter roads. But as you can tell, this one is pretty clean. And the rain guard is nice and clean on this side. Nothing to hide. Little bit of surface rust right here. Shouldn't be too much to take care of. When you're looking at Super Beetles or anything 1968 and newer that's got these little vent windows, make sure you check this area right here. If it's little if it looks something like this, what this is telling me is there's water or moisture behind there and it's causing rust from the inside out. So if there's rust here, there's going to be rust here. If rust here, it's going to be rust in this area. So take that in mind, in consideration, again, when you price out your Beetles accordingly. Now in the back on this one, it's going to need a lower apron. Now an apron goes for about 50 or 60 bucks. The local VW shop, for the apron and have it installed, they want roughly between $450 and $500, but that price is going to vary depending on the condition of the mounting areas, like right in here. This was just chopped because, like, again, it was a parts car. I'm going to show you the inner fender well, inner engine bay. Now, for those of you who have been following, this is the single port, dual 1600 single port dual engine. Want to say again, thanks for all the guys who come over and helped out. It's got the exhaust, it's complete. Taillights do work, but when you hit the brakes do not come on. We're still trying to figure that situation out. The taillight works, which is kind of a hit and miss on these cars. Over to, we're going to check out the left rear window first. We do have signs of rust, which I was telling you, but usually it's really bad right here because you get leaves and stuff jammed up in here and it starts rusting this area out. To do this area right here, I've been told it's between $300 and $700, depending on how much damage is in this area. This right here could probably be cut out. I just think it's surface, but again, take this into consideration, what you may have to spend to get your overall price. And the reason I'm bringing this car up, guys, is this is not painted. If this car was to be painted, it would be hiding all this stuff. So yeah, let's just say for nice round numbers, it's a $5,000 car, but you got all these little gremlins underneath the car, and this is what you want to be take in consideration of the overall paint and what it's actually hiding. So again, the left rear wheel, we did the complete brake job again on it. The inner fender well, again, is nice and clean. Really clean bumper bracket area. just needs to be scuffed up. Doesn't really need anything welded in there. Again, there's no really good, clean, defined lines. Let's see, what else can I show you? Rain gutter, again, on this side, nice and clean. But we do have a spot on the roof, and I don't know what caused this. This is how I bought the car. As you can tell, it's coming off. It's going to need some work that needs to be done to it, but you can tell just how thick the paint is on the car. I'm pretty sure it was painted at least once. Up front, again, now I taped these just because of the rain not getting in. The cowl looks pretty good. Door jamb looks pretty good, or the front part of the A-frame, A-pillar looks pretty good. No rust, which again, they have a tendency to be all chewed up here because the salt comes in. If the car is up north and it sits in this area, this pocket, and it just starts corroding this. But again, this area is nice and clean. When we close this door, nice and clean closing, which tells me the pillar's nice and strong, fully adjusted out. Now comes the inside of the car. I do have a set of door panels. The inside, I do not have a carpet kit, but it does have a new gas line that was installed. So I'll show you around the other side, the passenger. It's going to need a headliner, which for those of you who have never done this, a headliner is about 600 bucks installed. It's a lot of labor. This is where the back seat would go. Right here, we cover this up. Tunnel looks good. The parcel tray, which is under the rear window, that has a tendency to get all rusted out here and rust out on the inner fender well, which again, this is nice and clean. And we'll go take a look at the other side under the battery on the floor pans real quick. But this is what the inside looks like. Pans are pretty solid. Again, this door jamb, nice and solid. If I pick up on the door, let's see. Again, we're not getting no movement in the hinges whatsoever. So that's telling us that the A-frame is solid. Again, we're going to close the door real quick. Take you for a nice little ride under the car. This is the driver's side floor pan. Give you a quick look under the engine. If you notice right there, the shocks, that is air shocks, they need to be replaced. They are not hooked up. Let's go take a look on the other side over here. Whoops. Now we are on the passenger side. And whoops. So here we go, guys. We'll flip you around. Again, this is the 1972 Super Beetle. Clean title in hand, which you'll see a lot of those in the listings for the cars. Now, again, guys, I am in Tampa, Florida. For a car like this, we have actually no cars that are somewhat complete in the area right now. So the closest car that I think, this car is just as good a shape, but would need about a $800 to $1,000 paint job, and it'll look exactly like that. That car is going for 4,800 bucks. So my personal opinion, this car right here is worth 2,500 bucks all day long. Now, when I say what is the car going to bring, that means you can sell the car within 2 or 3 days, a week possible. You can ask $10,000 for a car, but if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. So I'm thinking 2,500 bucks all day long. Put a comment below what you guys think. As again, thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Please leave a comment below because I want to know what you guys think and what these cars, kind of car would go for in your area. I hope this video has been an informative one for those who are maybe just getting into the scene, and I showed you a couple things what to look for so you don't get ripped off. So we'll catch you on the next video, guys. Take care, God bless, and have a good day.